Hello tribe, this is your Mad Yogi Eileen bringing you the full version of our Virgo flow. For this flow, we do have poses down on our knees, so please, I hope you have your props bag close to you and get something to pad your knees should you need to. Yeah, we also have towards the end of the class, we have two poses where you might want to use one pose for blocks and one for arm extension for a bind. So bring a block with you or a small stool, or you can also do the versions, the modifications where we don't need the blocks. Yeah, we will go through all of the modifications, and when you repeat this class, you are more than welcome to go straight into the pose that you want, or you're also welcome to go through the modifications again until you're comfortable with your choices. The other one, the one with the strap and the bind, we are going to use it as an arm extension, once again for a bind behind your back. You can also opt not to use a strap or even to bind your arms and just hug your arms around the body this way. Yeah, as we do when we do our exalted warrior, which we are also going to do. The one arm is wrapped around your lower back just to secure the lower back and to prevent us from going too deep into the pose. Yeah, whether or not we've done these kinds of poses before, it's always a good practice to err on the side of safety first, and then when we're confident and when the body's really heated up and ready to go into the tighter binds and deeper poses, then at least we've kept ourselves safe. Okay, so enough of that. So come to the top of your mat, feet in your hip width distance, and let's just very quickly review it. Feet to snug fist widths. Doesn't have to be overly tight, just as long as your fists slide between your feet, and the curve of your thumb from the tip to the corner follows the curve of your toes. So imagine this is your foot and this is your hand, so it follows this way. I hope you can see that. Yeah? That's how we want to place our hands and our feet whenever they are both down on the mat. So come to the top of your mat, roll your shoulders. Let's do some spinal waves here first. With your knees soft, don't never lock them. With your knees soft, tilt your hips, belly in and up, chest up, head up, rolling the shoulders, and a few more, belly in and up, chest up, head up. It may feel strange, but what this does is it neutralizes the spine and gives you your natural curves. Yeah, never hyperextend this way, very bad for your lower back. So tilt your hips, wave your spine up, lengthen up, hug and lift. From here, bend your knees, lunar uttanasana, so chandra uttanasana, the belly is down on your thighs, bend your knees as much as you need to, hands down on the mat. Let your head go, the head is nice and loose here. You can even give yourself some head shakes, soft ones. From here, with your hands down on the mat, in its new alignment with the toes, with the feet, wobble the body side to side. Like a string where you hold the ends and you kind of twirl it around or wobble it. Or like a wet noodle. I saw that somewhere. Undulate the body. Back to center, pushing through your arms, feel that lift of your body without overly curving the back. You're just pushing through your arms and walk yourself back. Doesn't matter how many steps, I'll adjust myself. Doesn't matter how many steps, walk yourself back to your plank. Knees down, Untuck your toes, then push through your back and through your arms. The hands don't lift from where they are. You're pushing into the circles of your hands into your extended child's pose. And let's do some spinal waves here. Belly in and up, chest up, head up, and exhale, wave down. And a few more. Feel your arms lengthening, your sides lengthening, and the circles of your hands pushing into the mat. From here, walk your hands close to your knees and wave yourself up. Roll the shoulders as you're doing this, and I'll just face you for this. Interlace your hands, right thumb on top, and press your arms up. Deep, full breath. We'll do this, you have two options here, and we'll do it twice per option, yeah? From here, come with me, mirror me, or do my side too. Shift your arms, push and pull action to the right side, down, in front of your neck, push and pull action. So you're not just using your shoulders, yeah? You're using the whole length of your arms, pushing and pulling to the left side, pushing and pulling back up. Reverse the circle to the left side, push and pull action with your arms, down, right side, and back up. That's option one, in front of the face. That will be the cue. Now, squeeze your upper back, allow your arms to drift behind the head. And once again, to the right side, push and pull action, but this time behind the neck, behind the head, to the left side, and up, to the left side. Push and pull action, down, right side, and up. From here, if your arms are in front of the face, squeeze them to the back. Allow them to stay soft here. Release your fingers, and with your upper back squeezing, your arms are drifting towards the back, and roll your shoulders. From here, release your arms, and I'll just crawl back to center. Crawl forward, back into your extended child's pose. Tuck your toes under with your arms pushing down into the circles of your hands. Tuck your toes under and push through your legs to lift yourself into puppy pose. Let's do some spinal waves here. Belly in and up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. And a few waves. You are welcome to stay in puppy pose, but if you want downward facing dog, in this next downward wave of the body, lengthen the legs. And a few more, waving up and waving down. From here, wave yourself forward to plank, curl your right leg up, and step it through. Once again, the curve of your toes, stick to that curve of your thumb. Pushing through your arms, feel the lift of the chest without rounding the back. The back is still nice and straight. From here, we are going to lift your right arm up. Shoulder first. Don't hinge on your big joints. Elbow, wrist, fingers. Lift the arm in stages. Making sure your back leg is also engaged. From here, top arm shifted to the back. Stick your gaze to your hand if your neck is okay. Down, forward, soften the arms here and allow your shoulders to lift your arm back up. Forward, down, squeeze the shoulder to lift the arm to the back and up. One more per direction, back, reaching, yeah, down, forward, squeeze the shoulder to bring the arm up. Forward, down, back, and up. To bring that arm down, Bring it to the back and down. Back heel down on the mat. Side sweeping lunge. Left. Adjust your stance. Right. And a few more. Just soften the body here. Allow it to move. When you're next on your left side, stop. Turn on your heels, turn on your feet. Back into a low lunge on the left side this time. Hands down on the mat. Remember the curve of your right thumb to the wrist follows the curve of your toes. You're pushing through your arms. You're strengthening that back leg. Don't allow it to become lazy here, yeah? Lengthen it. Squeeze your muscles. Left arm waves up. Shoulder points up first. Elbow, wrist, fingers. There's quite a strong twist here. Balance yourself on your foundations. Top arm to the back. Looking at the hand if the neck is okay. Down. Forward. Soften the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blade, the rotator cuff to lift the arm up. Forward. Looking at your hand. Down. Back. Allow this twist to happen. And up. One more per direction. Back. Down. Forward. And up. Forward. Down. Back. And up. To bring that arm down to the back. And back down. Hands a la plank or a la forward fold. Yeah, it's the same thing. Push through your arms so your left leg is free to step back to plank. Knees down. Untuck your toes. Push through your back and your arms. Extended child's pose. Spinal wave, belly up. Chest up. Head up and down. And a few spinal waves here. Notice the elbows are not dropping down, yeah? They're lifted up. Walk your hands by your knees. Wave the body back up. Roll the shoulders. A lot of shoulder work here as well. Interlace your hands. Left thumb on top. Now just shift myself to look towards you. Left thumb on top. Wave your arms up. Frame the head. Now choose soft contraction of your upper back and keep the arms in front of the face, or a lot more contraction and bring the arms behind the head. Yeah, up to you. You can also mix it up to the left side. Push and pull. Down. Right side and up. To the right. I am mixing it up. Down. Left and up. Left. Remember, push and pull with your arms. Down. Right and up. This is really nice for the shoulders. Right side. Down. Left and up. From here. If your arms were in front of the face, contract your upper back to drift them to the back. Release your fingers and allow your arms to soften down. Don't rush this, yeah? Give your arms that time. Roll your shoulders. Breathing here. Crawl forward. Spinal wave, belly up. Chest up, head up, and exhale down. Deep, full breath. Tuck your toes under. Push yourself up. Puppy pose first. And just give yourself some spinal waves here. And you're welcome to opt for downward facing dog if that's your fancy. Breathing. Wave forward. Back to your plank. Left leg curls up. Step it forward. Starting with the left this time. Left arm up, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers. To the back, down, forward, and up. Forward, Down, back leg is strong. Back and up. Don't let it droop. Back, down, forward and up, forward. Standing arm is also pushing down. Down, back and up. Bring that arm down by shifting it to the back and down. Back heel down on the mat. Side sweeping lunge. Soften the body here. The purpose of our side sweeping lunges for all of our flows, but especially for this one, is to give the hips a reprieve, to soften the body. Stop at your right, turn. Hands down on the mat. Gain your low lunge. Right arm, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers. 4 circles. Back, down, forward and up, forward. Strengthen the rest of the body. Down, back and up. Especially that back leg. Back, down, and the standing arm. Forward and up. I think this is the last. Forward, down, back and up. To bring that arm down, shift it to the back and down on the mat. Pushing through your arms so that your right leg has space to walk back to plank. Knees down, push back. Extend the child's pose. Have some neutralizing spinal waves here. A lot of this for this flow as well. Tuck your toes under, lift up to puppy, wave the spine, and choose downward facing dog if you want to, and another spinal wave. Now wave your body weight forward to your plank, curl your right leg up and step it forward. Back heel down on the mat and turn to the long horizon of your mat. Hands on your knees, wave yourself up into our goddess stance. Now for the goddess stance, choose the combination of your stance, yeah? Wide and really deep, or narrow and just a small click of the knees is okay. I said step your right leg forward so that I can look at my camera. But for this portion of our class, you can also step the left depending on where your screen is. Yeah, this is okay, either right or left, because we are coming to this stance. So once you've lengthened yourself up, bring the backs of the hands in and wave your arms up. Again, this is a good counter pose for the wrists, yeah? Lengthening up here. We're coming to goddess lateral flexion. My right arm threads down. If you're mirroring me, this would be your left. Your left arm is reaching up. Don't crowd your ear. You're lengthening up the arm, you're lengthening up the side. Press an invisible something against your top hand and come into a lateral flexion. Try not to shift the body weight to the sides yet. Yeah, I'll give you something later. Squeeze your left side, swap over your hands, lengthen up your right arm, or this would be the left if you're mirroring, and lateral flexion by pushing something against your hand. Doesn't have to be overly deep, but we do want that opening in the side. Your standing arm is also pushing up. Yeah, we're not collapsing on that side. You're also pushing up and you're coming into a long lateral flexion, not crunching the lower side. Squeeze yourself to lift up. We're coming into twists. This is going to be shallow, yeah, because of the structure of the lower body in this. Twist to your right side. Navel, sternum, nose, arms parallel-ish to the floor. Squeeze your arms up, body back to neutral. Twist to the other side. Navel, sternum, nose, arms parallel to the floor. And lift up, back to neutral. Before continuing, lengthen your legs, drift your arms to the back by squeezing your upper back rather. Use the pads of your fingers, cat claw, your quads to mitigate the buildup of lactic acid, especially because this is the first go at this portion of our class, of our flow. We will be repeating this mini flow. This is what I'm trying to say. From here, lengthen up the body once again, bend the knees. Now I'll give you some more options, and you're welcome to stick to your favorite or come with me, okay? Backs of the hands in, wave up. Lengthen up here. Right arm down, left arm up, lateral flexion. Stay or drift to your right side. Shallow drift and stay here, this is enough, or deep. But this is really challenging for the bent leg. Push through your right leg, lift up. Right arm up, left arm down. Once again, lengthen both sides, not just the open side. Lateral flexion first. You hear the birds? Lateral flexion first and stay. Or small drift to the left, or deeper drift to the left. Up to you. Push yourself back up, back to center. From here, twist to your left side first. Navel, sternum, nose, arms parallel. Stay or small drift to the right or deeper drift to the right. And lift back up to center. Last twist to the right side. Twisting open to the right. Stay. Small drift to the left or deeper one. And come back to center. Hands in, elbows press in, all the way down. Forward fold. Hands down on the mat. And let's do some side wobbles here. Not really sweeping the hands this time. They are supporting the body weight. This is very similar to our forward fold sways, yeah? Only that the legs are in a goddess stance, in a wide-legged position. But we're still moving the arms and the legs like strings, undulating them side to side, rolling on your joints. Now, I am going to stop on my right foot because that's the one I stepped forward with. Stop on your left foot if that's the one you stepped forward with, yeah? We are essentially coming back to the top of the mat. And step up. Forward fold. Lunar version. Bend the knees, hands down in our new setting. Let the head go. Now, check your distance of your feet to the top edge of the mat and walk your feet a little further down until you can reach the corners of your mat and you have a good distance between your hands and your feet. You've created a trapezoidal shape with your hands and your feet. Knees and elbows bent. Yeah? You're welcome to watch this first if you want to. Or come with me, knees and elbows bent. Curl up your left leg. Point the knee back and up. So you are in a curled, supported standing split. Extend your elbows, lengthen your arms, lengthen your standing leg, lengthen your lifted leg. You are in a supported standing split. Bend, extend, bend, extend. You're pushing through your arms. Bend to support your body weight and extend. Bend once again and step your foot back. Crawl your hands until your back foot can come down on the mat in a warrior stance. Bring the backs of the hands together, belly still on your thigh, chest up, head up, arms shift forward. In an extended warrior. Hands on your elbows and choose the setting of your arms. By your cheekbones, by your ears, or behind your head. And you can achieve this by contracting your upper back. Push to your front leg, soften the body, wave yourself up, warrior one with a framed head. Deep full breath. Breathing here. Then release your hands from your elbows, right arm reaches up, left arm supports your lower back. Feel as if you're pushing your hips forward and allow the body to come into that letter C of a back bend. Exalted warrior. Squeeze the front of the body to lift. Release your back arm all the way down. Adjust your stance as you need to. Side sweeping lunge. Left, not a lot of this. Back to the right and center. So just one per side. Hands on your knees. Don't think about your lower back. Think about the strength of your arms and push yourself into a standing position this way. Yeah? So this is our goddess stance. Adjust your stance, the width and the depth as you need to. Goddess twist. Let's start shallow. Right shoulder down the middle. My right hand, look at it. It's turning in and it's preventing this knee, this leg from collapsing in. Yeah? So let's start shallow and this is your option. Twisting. Your left hand, left arm is also supporting that leg. Release the twist of your right arm and lift yourself up, back to center. Allow your spine to lengthen up here. Don't rush. Left shoulder, pointing to the middle. Left hand is turning in. The arms and hands are stabilizing the legs. Release the twist of your left arm and come back to center. Let's come a little deeper. Right shoulder, down the middle. Maybe mid-height, yeah? Back to center. Left shoulder, down the middle. Looking towards your elbow or anywhere your neck dictates as it's neutral. Come back to center. Now deeper. Right shoulder, down the middle. The other left. Right shoulder, down the middle. Come back to center. Allow your spine to lengthen. Don't rush this. Left shoulder. Down the middle. Now stay low. I know you may not be able to see me, so just listen to the instruction. Stay low. Release the twist of your left arm. Shoulders level. You're welcome to watch this first if you want to. Keep your hands where they are. Or cross your arms, right elbow on top, your hands back on your knees so your arms are crossed. Stay, open arms or crossed arms. You can add a heel lift if you want to, whether your arms are open or they're crossed. And bring your heels down if you went there. Release the crossing of your arms if you went there. And turn back to your right foot. Hands down on the mat and regain your low lunge. I just want to show it this way. Notice that the knee is inside your armpit. Yeah? The knee is inside your armpit. We're coming into a high lizard's lunge, meaning to say the knee will drift out. See that? Under the armpit for your low lunge, drift out for your lizard's lunge. I'll just reset myself. So drift that knee up and sink the hips lower. Not all the way down, just sinking it lower. From here, my new chameleon rock. Now shift your body weight forward. Don't roll on the tiptoe, yeah? Never on the point. Just roll on the flat portion of your big toe. And back. Adjust your back leg if you need to. Forward and back. I know it looks odd, yeah? But if you've ever seen a chameleon walk on a branch, they rock forward and back. So that's what we want to emulate. It lengthens your leg muscles from your psoas all the way to the sole of your foot. Yeah, so it's really good. Rocking forward and back. Keep adjusting yourself, especially if you find yourself sliding too far back. From here, back to center, knee down, untuck your toes. From here, we're coming into a closed belly twist to the right side. Right shoulder points to the back, elbow, wrist, fingers. Your left shoulder, don't let it collapse down, yeah? You're pushing to the length of that shoulder, you're lifting the body, you're creating space for your joints to move. Stay if this is enough, or bend your back knee, but this is tough for that standing knee, yeah? Hold on to your foot in a tessellation bind. Stay or deepen the twist if you want to. It is quite strong though for the back knee and the back ribs of the right side. Release your foot, release that twist. If you went there, back toes tuck under, lift the knee up, and come back up to your forward fold. Chandra-Uttanasana. Sway. Forward fold sways, side to side. Neutralize the body. You might already feel the difference between your hips, between your sides. So breathe as you sway. From here, stop in the center. Check the distance between your feet and the top of your mat again, and extend your arms forward. It doesn't have to be very wide, yeah? Your trapezoid doesn't have to be very wide. Bend your elbows to the back, knees bending. Right leg curls up. Point the knee back and up. With all elbows and knees still bent, just stay here for one breath, checking your balance. Then push through your standing limbs, extending your elbows and your standing knee. Extend that top knee. Open the pose. Close the pose and open. Close and open. Last one. Again, you're pushing through your arms, okay? Bend and open the pose. Bending the pose once again and stepping back. Walk your hands to the back until your back heel is down on the mat. Warrior stance. Left side of the belly, still stuck on your left thigh. Backs of the hands in. Wave the thoracic up. Head up. Arms forward. You might feel here that your back leg will want to widen up a little bit. Just adjust your stance as you need to. Yeah? We are doing a lot of hip openings. Hands on your elbows. Frame your head as you want to. Push through your front leg. Wave yourself up. Warrior stance with a framed head. Breathing. Opening the sides. Release your hands from your elbows. Left arm reaches up. Right arm around your back waist. Push your hips forward and come into your exalted warrior. Squeeze your left side. Release the pose. Side sweeping lunge. Now just turn back to the camera. Side sweeping lunge. Right, left, and back to center. Bend your knees. Hands on your knees and wave yourself up. Deep, full breath. Let's make this one nice and smooth. Left shoulder down first. Choose the height, yeah? A small click of the elbows, of the shoulders rather. A mid-height one or a deep one. Up to you. Push yourself up. Breathing. Exhale. Opposite side. Inhale, waving up. Allow your head to lift. Left side once again. High, mid-height or deep. Waving yourself back up. Exhale, right shoulder down. Stay low this time, just two per side. Stay low. Neutralize your twisted arm. Shoulders level, head low. Keep your hands where they are. Open arms. Or if you crossed previously, you can try this one again. Left elbow on top this time. And hands back on your knees. So open or crossed arms. Whichever arm position you choose, you can leave your heels down or lift your heels up. So I'm doing the open arms with the heels up this time. Another option, by the way, if either position of your hands and your knees are gives you the wobbles, you can also bring your hands down on the mat and you can try for that heel lift. You're welcome to stop and look at this pose first if you want to. This is also nice and supported. Release your heels down on the mat if you went there. Release the bind of your arms on your knees if you went there. And release your hands. From here, turn back to the left foot. I just reset myself. Hands back down on the mat. Back heel up and you're back into your low lunge. Look at my left knee. It's under the armpit this time. This is the low lunge. Now I'm drifting it out to the left side and sinking my hips just a little bit lower. Yeah, back to our high lizard's lunge. Chameleon rock. Forward, back, forward, back. Allow the body to move, but you are pressing through your arms. Strong back, strong abdominals. Hugging and lifting still. Strong arms pressing into the circles of your hands. And lengthening out that back leg. From the attachments of your psoas all the way to the sole of your foot. It's a whole leg lengthener. Stop at the center. Back knee down. Untuck the toes. Now closed belly twist to this bent leg, to the left leg. Remember your standing arm is still pushing yourself up. Shoulder to the back. Elbow, wrist, fingers. Stay if this is enough. Pad your knees. I hope you have your knee pads with you. A folded up towel is enough maybe. Bend your back knee. But this is tough for that back knee, okay? So adjust yourself. See if your knee is okay with this. Stay here in the body position, in the twist that we went into this pose. Or if you want to, come nice and deep. But once again, this is a tough pose, okay? So just be careful. Never compromise safety for the swankiness of the pose, okay? And release the twist. Release your foot. Release your hand. From here, lift your back knee up and step up. Forward fold. Knees bend, sway. Deep, full breath. Let's just lengthen out the body. Stop in the middle, knees bend, backs of the hands in. Push through your legs, wave the spine up. Push the backs of the hands in, counterpose the wrists, wave the arms up. You don't have to come into a back bend here. I just want us to lengthen out the body. Then hands in, elbows in, press them in, knees bend, lead with the crown of your head back to your forward fold. Sending the hands, curve of the thumb, in front and follows the curve of your toes. Knees greatly bent, side sways, forward fold sways. Let's make this nice and smooth. One more round. Set your feet far enough away from the top edge of your mat. Extend your arms. This creates a good base for your supported standing split. Left leg curls up, knees and elbows bend. Extend, open the pose. If you feel like you want to lift your heel here, you're standing here, you're welcome to do so as well. Close the pose, bend, open, pushing through your arms, close. Remember, it's a supported one. Open, close, last one. Open, close, and step back. Crawl back. Warrior legs. Backs of the hands in, wave up. Extended warrior. Adjust your stance, making it a little longer if you feel like it. Hands on your elbows, frame the head. Wave the body up. Warrior one with a framed head. Breathing. Release your arms, right arm up, left arm around your back waist. Exalted warrior. Lift up, all the way down. Side sweeping lunge. Left, right, center. Hands on knees, waving up. Standing goddess pose. Right shoulder down the middle. High, mid-height, or low, up to you. Wave yourself up. Remembering you're securing the opposite knee of the twist. Left shoulder down. Waving up. Breathing. Exhale, right. Waving up. Allow the spine to lengthen. Don't rush. Left side down. Stay low, neutralize your shoulders, hands where they are, cross the arms with the right in front or hands down, as we've been doing. Heels down or add a heel lift. Whichever position of the arms and hands you choose, you can add a heel lift or not, up to you. Heels down if you went there. Release the bind of your arms if you went there. Hands back down and crawl back to your right foot. Coming back to your lunge, your low lunge. Right knee drifts out, hips sink down. Rock the body forward and back. Chameleon rock. Lengthen out that left side, that left leg. Back to center, back knee down, untuck the toes, closed belly twist, right side. Opt to stay if this is enough, or bend your back knee, hold on to your foot. Lengthen up the body here. Pushing through your standing arm, pushing through that right leg. Stay in your shallow twist or deepen the pose. Once again, I can't stress enough, this is quite challenging. Release the twist if you went there. Release your foot down if you went there. And come back. Back toes tuck under. Lift the knee up. Back into that lizard's lunge. And lift yourself up. Forward fold. Forward fold sway. Have a creaky floor. Anyway, just sway side to side. Back to center. Reset the trapezoid of your hands and your feet. Bend your elbows and your knees. Right leg curls up. Point the knee back and up. In this bent position first. Open the pose, extending. Heel lift if you want to, but you're pushing strongly through your arms into your hands. Close the pose. Open. Close. Open. Extend. Close the pose. And extend. Bend. Close the pose. Right leg to the back. Walk your hands back until that back foot is down. You are in a warrior stance. Back to the hands in. Chest up, head up, arms forward. Adjust the length of your stance if you need to. Hands on your elbows. Frame the head. Keep looking forward. Push to your front leg. Wave the body up. Warrior one body with a framed head. Release the arms. Left arm reaches. Right arm secures your back waist and push the hips forward. Exalted warrior. Squeeze the left side to lift. And I'm just resetting myself. Side sweeping lunge. Right, left, center. Hands on your knees. Wave yourself up. Choosing your depth as we do. Left shoulder down the middle. Turning in your left fingers. Stabilize the legs. Wave yourself up. Allow the spine and the head to lengthen up. Exhale, right. Don't rush. This is a very beautiful flow. Waving up, take your time. Left shoulder down. Give yourself that time. Waving up. A lot of our lives, right shoulder down, are already always in a rush. Yeah? Stay low. Shoulders level. Head low. Hands on your knees, open arms, crossed arms, or supported with your hands down. Up to you. With or without a heel lift. This heel lift actually demands a lot of concentration. So just allow your mind to settle, allow your emotions to settle. This takes a long time to get into the flow of, yeah? Heels down if you went there. Release your arms if you went there. And turn back to your left foot. Reset your hands, reset your back heel, and you're back to our low lunge. Left knee comes out to the left side, out of your armpit. Hips sink a little bit down. Chameleon rock, forward and back. Keep adjusting that back leg. At the end of this flow, or during actually, I hope you've noticed the difference of your stance when you started, and hopefully maybe you've gained a little bit more depth, a little bit more opening. But again, it's not the swankiness of the pose, yeah? Always choose stability first. Back to center. Knee down, untuck your toes. Close belly twist to the left side. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers. You're pushing through your standing arm. Stay here or bend your back knee. Stay with the twist your body is already in, or deepen that twist. As you deepen your twist, your shoulder might sink down, push yourself up, yeah? Don't crowd your joints by collapsing. Release the twist, release your foot, and release the rest of the twist. Back toe stuck under, knee lifts up. This time step back into your plank, knees down, untuck your toes and push through your back, through your arms, back into your extended child's pose, and come into your extended child's pose. Spinal waves. Neutralize. Breathing. From here, tuck your toes under, push through your arms and through your legs to lift yourself up. Puppy pose, spinal wave, and stay in puppy or coming down or facing dog, and have a few more spinal waves here. From here, wave yourself forward back to plank. And I'm stepping my right foot forward, back heel down, again, so that when I turn, I can face the camera, but you're welcome to step the other foot forward, because it doesn't matter, we're all pointing towards the long horizon of your mat. Hands on your knees, wave yourself up, halfway up, back to the hands in, and come back to our goddess stance with Urdhva with upward facing arms. Right arm down, you know what's happening. Left arm up, lateral flexion. Stay or small drift, and stay or deeper drift and stay. Not for very long. Push yourself up. Back to neutral. I know that is quite tough. Left arm down, right arm opens up your side, lateral flexion. Again, you're welcome to stay or small drift and stay, or deeper drift and stay and push up. I say stay, but that last one isn't very deep, yeah? Twist to the left side. Again, this is a shallow twist of the body because of the position of the legs. Stay or drift to the right, shallow or deep. Lift up, back to center. Twist to the right side. Stay or drift. And back to center. Last one. Left up, right down. Lateral flexion, stay or drift, right side. Lift up, center. Left down, right reaches, lateral flexion. Stay or drift, shallow or deep. Back to center. Twist to the left. I know, stay or drift. And back to center. You may have noticed the legs have gotten a little bit wider. Right, twist, stay, or drift. And back to center. Hands in, elbows press in, all the way down. Hands down. Turn back to the top of your mat and come into a plank pose. Let's come back to plank. Let's come back to extended child's pose. And let's do some spinal waves. Once again. Spinal waves. From here, tuck the toes under, back to puppy or downward facing dog. One more spinal wave, just to prepare the spine. Wave yourself forward into your plank. Right leg curls up, step it forward. Push your body weight to the back a little bit to distribute your body weight until that back heel is back into your warrior stance. Back into your extended warrior. Frame your head. Wave yourself up, as we did. We've already done this. Exalted warrior. Reach up first and then come into your bend. Circle forward and down. Side sweeping lunge left and right. Hands down on the mat. So adjust your legs. Hands down on the mat. A la plank. Yeah, I hope you can see this. And sink your hips down. Left ankle comes into dorsiflexion. So please, if you need to pad your heel here, if you're one of those who have heels that are sensitive to this kind of position and pressure, please pad your heels, yeah? And you can stay here. You are in a suspended position here. If you need your block, this is why you can sit down on your block. If you don't have a block, you can sit all the way down and you can do all of these options with me. You can sit down. Your right arm holds onto your toes and you are pressing into that leg and you're coming into a twist this way. Or if you are in this suspended pose and you want your bind, right arm, palm up. You are twisting the arm though, quite strongly, around your leg. Left arm comes behind and you are monkey gripping. Don't allow your extended knee to drop down, yeah? Don't hyperextend. Push into your heel and lift that knee up a little bit. And this is why, please pad your heel if you need to. You can close your eyes here. Whichever pose you've chosen, you're welcome to close your eyes. Breathing. From here, release your bind, whichever bind you've done, yeah? Either this bind, or if you're seated down and you're in a shallow twist, just release the twist. And everyone, come into a seated pose this way. So, if you're already here, stay, yeah? Just release the twist of the body. Everyone's left hand on your right ankle, right arm lengthens up. Your elbow and your the lower part of your upper arm is going to come on the inside of your thigh. So lift your arms up first and come into your lateral flexion. If you can, point the nose up and add a bit more of a twist. It is quite strong though. And if the neck isn't happy in this twist, just allow it to come into any angle, but maybe not down. Yeah, because when you're looking down, the body tends to collapse forward. What we want is this side opening. It doesn't have to be very high. If this is your lateral flexion here, stay. But for some, you might be able to even hold on to your foot and come into a really deep version of the pose, you're welcome to do this too, if you want to. But choose a version of this pose, these last two poses, where you can sustain it, yeah? So if you want to pare it back, you're welcome to. From here, squeeze your right side to lift up. Use your muscles to move the body. Lift yourself up, push yourself up, coming back into a goddess stance, and just neutralize the body with some side sweeping lunges. Allow your arms to lengthen. Stop on your left foot, turn. Not a lot of repetitions for this one. A bit of a longish hold though. Coming back to your extended warrior. Backs of the hands in, chest up, belly still down, head up, arms forward. Frame your head. Choose the setting of your arms, then reset your gaze forward. Wave yourself up, warrior one body with a framed head. Breathing. Release your arms, right arm around your back waist, support your lower back, left arm reaches, exalted warrior. Squeeze the left side of your body to lift, all the way down, circle down, side sweeping lunge right, left, right, and stop at your left. Hands down on the mat, on a plank. Bend your left knee, right ankle, dorsal flexes. Again, please pad your ankle if you need to. If you want your bind, you are in a suspended position, so you're not sitting down. Your left arm reaches forward, palm up, round it around your knee. Left arm reaches to the back, and you're binding. You're catching your fingers. If this is too much for you, especially if your hip doesn't like this very, very compressed, tightly compressed version, sit down. Your left foot can walk a little bit further forward, enough to relieve pressure from your hip, if that's what you're feeling. Left arm on the inside, hold on to your foot. Right arm just behind, lengthen up and twist in an open belly twist. Again, choose a version of the pose that you can sustain. You can close your eyes here. Breathe. If you're in a bind and you feel the hold is a little bit too long, come and join me down here on the mat this way. Release the twist, release the bind if you're in that bind, and come and join me down on the mat. Sitting down. If you've walked your foot a little farther away, maybe bring it a little closer in, yeah? Where it's comfortable for the hip. Right hand, left ankle, left arm up, lengthen out first, and come into your lateral flexion. Breathing. High or nice and deep, if you want. If your hand is on your foot, release it now, and everyone squeeze your left side to lift yourself up. Roll your shoulders, release the cross of your arm, and reset yourself on your mat. Curl your knees in and roll down. Sacroiliac joint massage. You're welcome to support your legs if you want to, but if your abdominals are okay to move the body, move the legs this way and support them. You're also welcome to relax your arms beside the body. After this, we're going to do some window wipes, but it won't be too much of the external rotation because we've done a lot of that already, yeah? So, watch what's gonna happen next, or come with me. With your knees still bent, bring your feet on the edges of your mat and walk them closer until you can maybe at least brush your Achilles or hold on to your heels. We're not going to be holding on when we move. This is just to measure the tightness of the bend of your legs, yeah? Release your hands from your heels if you try to do that. Now, I'm going to start with my left leg. Left leg drops in. My right is still neutral. Yeah, it's still pointing up. I did not drop it out to the right side. Keep it pointing up. Then squeeze your left side to lift your left leg back to neutral. And the right, I hope you can still see this, is dropping in. But the left, it's not dropping out. No more external rotation. Just leave it at neutral. Yeah? Leave it at neutral. We're internally rotating the opposite hip, the right hip. Squeeze your right side to lift your left knee to point back up to neutral and left leg. If you need to hold on to your right leg here to prevent it from dropping in, by all means, hold on to your thigh, hold on to your quads. Squeeze the left to lift your left leg back to neutral. Hold on to it or brace it, yeah, with your left arm and hand while your right leg drops in the middle. Internal rotation of that hip. And a few more. Squeeze the right side, right knee back to neutral. Brace it with your right hand, left leg in the middle. Now let's add something. Squeeze your left side to lift that knee up. Right leg down the middle. Now, if you want a deeper internal rotation, your left leg can just come on top and come into a deeper internal rotation of your opposite hip, your right hip this time. Breathing. A little bit of a longish hold here, but not overly long. Release your left leg. Squeeze your right side to bring both knees back to neutral first. Left leg internally rotates. Right hand braces this right leg so it doesn't drop out to the right side. And again, stay if this is enough. Or right leg on top of the left, and just allow the natural weight of that leg to bring your left leg into its internal rotation, yeah? Don't force it down. Just feel the lengthening right here in your side of the hip. Breathing. The muscles right here on the side of the hips lengthening out. The attachments of your leg muscles, the other gluteus muscles, the gluteus medius and minimus, not making up those names. Release your leg. Left side contracts to lift that leg up. Now let's make a tent of the knees. Knees in, feet walking them a little closer up back to your hands if you can. And bring your knees together. You've created a tent with your legs. Your arms can rest. And have a few more breaths here. In your Shavasana. This is our version of Shavasana. For this flow, just encouraging that internal rotation again. We are essentially resetting the hips, yeah? We are resetting the hips because we did a whole lot of external rotation. If you're feeling okay, after a few breaths here, squeeze your abdominals and then move the legs apart. Roll to your left side. So keep your knees bent, arms up above the head, and roll to your left side. Fetal position on the left. Just have a few more breaths here, just resetting the senses. You can flutter your eyes open now if you close them. Release the bind of your hands on your elbows. Top hand pressing strongly into the mat. Follow through with your other arm. And come and join me in any comfortable seated pose. Relaxing the body, roll the shoulders. And just have a few more breaths here. What we want to achieve here is the equilibrium of your breath rate and your heart rate. Then just welcoming all of the wakeful senses once again. Fluttering your eyes, widen them even if you want. Rolling the shoulders once again. I hope you enjoyed the Virgo full flow, and I will see you in the next class. Bye!